Hello. Hi, Surendra. Hi, how you going?
Yeah, and how's it going?
Hi. I'm just at a show in Sydney, so I've got all people behind me. You can see. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey. Hello,
We
Japan.
have
Hello,
Lucy
everybody.
here too.
Hi.
Hi.
Great to see
And
you.
in the back
Thank
we
you,
have
Surendra.
Aki.
Hi.
It's
Hi,
good to see
Surendra. Thank
you.
you.
Hello.
Good to see you too. Hello, Nepal. Hello, Japan. Hi, Sydney. We're live
Hello,
streaming
everybody.
on our International Day of Culture.
Yeah, it's live
Great
Yes.
to
streaming. I
see
think
you.
that I'll see.
Happy International Culture Day.
Yay. So I'd like to say hi to everybody and say thank you so much for coming. International Day of
Yeah, it's
Culture in
live.
Japan and Sydney and Nepal. And we're just here to show you where we are and to connect to each other, be interacting our cultures.
All
I've
right.
just had a. I'll start off because I've just got some people behind us I can show you.
All
We've
right.
got the people here. We've got people here. This is all from a cultural day in Sydney, all about interacting our cultures and how new people from countries all around the world
Oh, that sounds
cultures
exciting.
interact. Yeah, it's just all happened. I've got some film we can show everybody on the actual International Day of Culture, which is Monday, the 21st. So that's
Uh-huh.
where we've had a great show with Aboriginal dancing, which is our Indigenous people. Yes, and so yes, we've got some great photographs as well from the actual Customs House in Sydney, and we have politicians from Parliament come to visit and talk at our visit here in Sydney. So International Cultural Day went really well. And Christine, tell us how about your day? Where have you guys been? And are you
All
just
right.
about to start, or
So,
what's going on?
we're in the car. We had to leave because we went around. Okay, let me go back. So today for internet, we went to my husband's hometown. So we went
Hi.
to a place called Kurosato Nomura, which is the hometown village, basically. So it is a place that has a lot of old traditional buildings that are L-shaped, which was characteristic of this northern region, but not so much of the southern regions like Tokyo or Kyoto. And while we were there, we were able to see the buildings, go into the buildings, and we tried some traditional crafts, like making straw ropes and grinding rice to make powder.
Floor.
And so that's how we've been celebrating the International Culture Day. Unfortunately, the village is in the mountains, so we couldn't get connected, but we took a lot of videos and pictures we can share with people later.
Excellent. That's the same as what I've got now. The show's just finished, but I've got lots of videos and pictures to show everybody. So we're going to be able to do the excellent presentation with Lakshmi on Monday on the International Day of Culture. So we've got everything, plus we've interacted. This is awesome. Contact between Japan and Australia, our cultures mingling online, which is awesome. So thank you so much for taking the time and for joining us. It's great.
Yes,
Great to see.
Hiroyuki, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, nothing. Thank you very much.
It's absolutely awesome. I've got very little situation going on where I can show you people here and part of the hallway, and then I'll take you down to the other side as well, where I'll show you we actually had a display of Australian culture through the pictures, and it's called Site of Passage, and that's the show that we got to lots of pictures from as well. As there was another one called Culture Under Attack, and it's about different cultures around the world and how through war that features from our culture, buildings, architecture gets destroyed. And so they've done a presentation on that here in Sydney in Customs House. So we've got also one of the security guys from Customs House to say hi. We're connected here to Japan, and the International Culture Day. And this is the site of passage, which is pictures about culture through Sydney and Australia and all the different countries that we have involved. This is Customs House, which is where we are. And downstairs here you can see the whole of Sydney underneath done in a display.
Oh, wow.
Wow. This is Customs House, and that's the site of passage display, which I'll be doing a presentation on. I'll take you upstairs. You can be part of this, and I have also some other people from the site of passage display who have said they'd love to talk to you in Japan and to be able to interact. Okay, that's okay, thanks. So this is where it's in a library, so I'll talk quietly as well. This is about the culture under attack.
今図書館に入ったから静かに。Culture under attack. Oh. 歴史文化のなんか壊されたりとか。
Just showing how important the cultural heritage is to us, and it can be lost through war. Hope I'm giving you enough time to see this display. Yes, you get a chance to experience this with us.
Yes.
This is about international culture, so from all around the world. Display in Customs House in Sydney, Australia. And all those beautiful buildings that you've just been visiting in Japan, how important it is to keep that culture and how it can get damaged, and it means so much.
Yes. Japan too went through a period of destroying certain cultural icons like the castles and things that represented the old era. But somewhere along the way, people stopped and was like, we should preserve this as well. So it's similar, I think.
Yes, very much so, and it's very important, and that's great why we can have this connection and present it through Google Local Guides Connect and show that people around the world still, very importantly, every day are all looking to preserve our cultures and share our culture. And so this is Sydney. Australia is a signatory to the Hague Convention, agreeing to be bound by and implement its provisions for safeguarding cultural heritage. That's, as you know, there. It's just Culture Under Attack exhibition, which is really, really, really interesting. So we've got a great presentation, and that's all about for International Cultural Day. I best keep it very quiet here because it's the library up here. I'll go back down to the presentation area. So, Surendra, thank you so much for connecting us and giving us a chance to interact on Cultural Day, or our Cultural Day, for the presentation on Monday, International Cultural Day, Day of Culture.
Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah, it's really been a wonderful day, a really interesting day, because that we also had this presentation by so many people here in Sydney with Aboriginal dancing and the importance of multicultural interactive communication and how important communication can be. And sometimes one of the main effects of the presentation today was that communication doesn't always need to be by words, and that by our actions and by our connection to each other as humans, that we can do and be connected. And this is about the site of passage presentation here. You can just see a couple more pictures that we've got about Australian culture and the site of passage through Customs House here in Sydney.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And this is Liam Benson. He's the Opal Queen. And this is a presentation that Liam has done about culture and about people and how we are naturally the beauty in people in Australia and around the world. So that's just a quick presentation of the site of culture here in Australia outside of Passage. And I have a couple of people that are also going to do a little talk to us, and I'll just get them set up for you. Just won't be a minute, okay?
All right.
Excuse me, you guys. Raphael. Everybody, this is Raphael. And I'm sorry, what's your name?
Hello, Raphael.
Chloe. This is Japan. It's our
Hello, Chloe.
international cultural presentation, and everyone from Japan. And these guys,
Japan.
Japan. And we also have from Nepal, Surendra.
Wow, hello Nepal.
So yeah, Nepal and Japan. Our multicultural connectivity and our communications between each other to present our cultures. And these guys have just been in Japan doing the same thing, talking about and showing about their cultures. So we thought we'd have a presentation here in Customs House after we've just had the presentation that you had that was called
Did everyone see that as well?
yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, so we've got presentation to show everybody from that video. So it's all going to be presented on Monday on the International Day of Culture. So no.
Can we get the
Yes, you can. You can get the link to that. Yes, no worries. That's okay.
Thanks for putting
But
us on
you're
the world stage.
actually on YouTube right now, live stream.
Okay.
So see, hi, live stream YouTube.
Hello from Customs House.
That's right, Customs House. And the presentation was just called the
Festival of Unlikely Conversations.
There we go. Festival of Unlikely Conversations, and how communication doesn't have to always be words. So
Yes.
what it's all about. So
Right.
okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Christine.
guys, no problem. Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Yeah, say bye. Okay, see ya. So there we go. We've had a great presentation from these guys about culture in Australia.
All right. Did they do a speaking presentation, or was it? You said there were like dances and other sort of culture presentations that people were doing. Goodbye, Justine. So, I guess while Justine is gone. So here, I'll show you. I have to use the pictures here, but these are some pictures of the L-shaped houses that we went to go see. One of the features of the L-shaped houses were not only that they're L-shaped, but that they that the farmers who lived in these houses lived in the house with the horse. There's a stable within the house to keep the horse safe. And also the roof is made by straw tied together. So this is a traditional Japanese way of making roofs that has been, that they've continued until now. And while there are fewer people who can have the ability to tie the roofs together, they still exist and they can update the roofs. I think they have to update the roofs every 30 to 50 years to keep, or else they kind of start to rot. But it's really wonderful that we can continue to keep these houses alive in our area. so people can experience culture. And here's, at the place we went to today, they actually keep a horse in the house, at least during visiting hours, so we could visit the horse.
Hi, Surrender. So did we finish in Japan? Oh, here we go. Christine's still here. Hi.
Yes, hi.
Battery situation.
Oh, okay.
I've been filming all day with the wonderful show that's been on, so I'm sorry about that.
No problem. We were just talking about, we were showing some pictures using one of my husband's cell phone of the houses that we went to go see. And I was explaining how
Oh, fantastic. That's super. Thank you, Hiroyuki. That's so sensational.
So the houses here, they used to be.
Sorry.
Horse
Yeah, who's your
breeders.
friend? Your friend behind you. I'm sorry. What was her name?
Oh, this is Akie.
Hi, Akie. Hi from Sydney.
She's my sister-in-law.
Oh, super. Hiroyuki's sister. That's lovely. Nice to meet you. Hello, YouTube. Hello, world. That's so super. Thank you.
All right, so. Oh, what did I drop? All right, so this is a different type of Japanese architecture. Let's see if I can show you it in the rain. This is kind of what you're probably used to, these groups with tiles on them. So it's raining, so try to get out of the rain now. But so we've just gotten to in front of Tono Station now. And me and my... So let me just show you over the town a little bit. So back here is Tono Station. And it also has a very interesting, very Japanese type architecture. This architecture is more common throughout Japan, unlike the thatched roof houses that we looked at before. But kind of in these small ways, Japan has been keeping certain its culture together, and we just got into a cafe. So this is actually run by an American and his Japanese wife. So yeah, we're having a fun International Culture Day. And we lost Justine again. So, Taki, do you want to talk about anything about Japanese culture?
Can you guys hear me?
We had a charge out again. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Wow, look at that.
Hi, Michael. We're talking with people from Australia. You want to say hi? So we're celebrating International Culture Day right now.
Hello.
So we went to go see the Furusato Mura.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and so now we're over here. So
You have an umbrella?
yeah, yes. So Brian,
Yeah.
Michael
Talking to
here.
Australia, Sydney, Australia. Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Tono.
Oh, beautiful. It's great to meet you. Thank you for sharing your culture on International Cultural Day celebrations on Monday. We'll be presenting this. So it's great to meet you live on YouTube.
Yes, you're live on YouTube right now. All right. Okay.
It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. It's multicultural.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah,
That's okay.
all right. So are we? So どうしよう So we've just come into a cafe. This is yeah, so even rural Japan is becoming more international, more multicultural. So we have, but if you can look, it's still very, I don't know how to, it's still, you know, all the buildings in this area are still very traditional kind of Japanese style. So it's a really, Tono is not very common. Wi-Fi area is not such a common tourist destination, but you can experience a lot of like authentic Japanese culture here too. So it's really a wonderful place to come visit. I definitely suggest if you're here in Japan to come up to Tono. Okay.
That's cool. That's really cool. I might have to get you to turn your camera around, Christine, because we get the different view. It actually doesn't show. If you can turn it back around onto portrait, so we can see you guys right now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can turn it back around to portrait, it just gives a better view with this one.
縦にしなきゃならないって。Okay, so my husband's figuring out how to make it stand up right. So anyway, thank you for sharing International Culture Day with us. Here in Japan, here's our international spot in Japan in a pretty modern yet traditional-ish building. Let me 一回だけなんか店のカッパとやつ見せてくる。So I'm gonna go show you some other things about the culture here. So here in so this is the tourist information building. So what are some things we can introduce? So we have, so one of the, this town is also known for fairy tales. So you'll have a lot of characters like this character. Let me see if I can get her. So what is this character, Hiroyuki?
座敷わらし。座敷わらし is, 何
Is a little girl.
Little girls, maybe monster or ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But if we see them, we will be happy. So it is not a monster. That is like
Good luck.
Yes, good luck.
Mm-hmm. And here's another one of the traditional monsters or creatures from fairy tales. This is called. So what is this one?
Yeah, this is kappa. Kappa is living the river, and they like cucumbers, and sometimes they make itazura.
They
Make
play pranks.
pranks.
Pranks. Yes.
Yeah. So, but maybe not bad guy. Yes, I like that.
Yes. So this town, especially these two particular characters, the Zashikiwarashi and the kappa, you can see in a lot of places all over town. In front of the station, there's some kappa statues as well. And also you can buy these to go fishing for kappa.
Yeah. Kappa fishing license card.
Mm-hmm. And today we saw one more very major traditional story from this town in the houses we were at. It's called Oshira-sama. No, but in the traditional houses that we were at today, all of them had an altar to this Oshira-sama. Hello, do you want to say hello to the world and Australia?
ハロー。
あ、もう繋がってんだ。
つながる。
すごいです。ライブなんだ。
ライブです。はい、それありがとうございます。All right. So everyone, it has been so amazing talking with you, and it's been wonderful sharing this International Culture Day with everyone. I'm so excited that we got to experience both Australian culture and Japanese culture today. My data won't last much longer, so we're going to have to say goodbye now. Is that all right? Everyone?